As it stands, finance is the industry that is most impacted by current blockchain applications, but that's rapidly changing. Today, we're going to begin with some of the non-financial ways that you can begin participating in and benefiting from blockchain-based tools, and then jump into the financial applications. The last 2 years, Ben's vision has come to fruition, and now the globe is watching. Not just financial geeks and innovation gluttons, but grandparents, artists, do-gooders, elected officials, and the apolitical. Let's begin with some of the non-financial, low-barrier ways to benefit from using blockchain-based and inspired tools today. One of my favorite everyday tools is Brave. Brave is a free and open-source web browser developed by Brave Software. Brave blocks ads and website trackers and provides a way for users to send crypto contributions, micropayments, in the form of basic attention tokens to websites and content creators, along with the ability to keep the cryptocurrency that they earned. Also, as a user of Brave, you can select how many ads that you'd like to view in any given time interval. And then as those ads want to pop up, you can select if you would view the ad or not. If you view the ad, you get a small chunk of basic attention token. You can always opt not to view the ad. Brave gives you the choice. As of 2020, Brave has been released for all the major browser-based and mobile-based systems. Another great tool inspired by blockchain and using highly encrypted technology is Proton Mail. It is the best encrypted mail service there is. Instead of Google reading your emails and having these bots scan and then send you ad later, Proton Mail keeps it all encrypted, so your messages are your messages and nobody else has access to that information. The interface is much like any other email client that you might be familiar with, very much like Gmail. Those are two great everyday ways that you can begin benefiting from and participating in the blockchain cryptocurrency economy. The next most popular way are some of the financial tools. So blockchain tools and protocols have made it possible to be your bank, with all the bells and whistles of robust banking institutions, but without the fees, bureaucracies, and restrictions. Our premier banking partners, Visa and MasterCard, earn about $40 billion in annual revenue on customer fees. The amount of fees generated by financial institutions globally per year is over $100 billion. Imagine what life would be like if that money was reinvested equitably among stakeholders of these services. To begin to make the transition from traditional finance to blockchain-powered financial tools, you'll need a few things, starting with an on-ramp. A cryptocurrency on-ramp refers to an exchange or similar service where you can offer fiat money in return for cryptocurrency. For anyone to become involved in cryptocurrency, their first step will often be to simply buy some, but this will require the trade of fiat into some digital asset, and any service that provides this transfer is known as an on-ramp. On-ramps are a way for new users and new money to enter the space, but not all of them act the same way. Many of our global peers enter the market through an exchange. Not all exchanges allow for direct US dollar fiat purchases. In addition to regular exchanges, there are also over-the-counter or OTC marketplaces. This is where users trade with each other directly at agreed-upon prices that may not match the exact exchange rate that's going on an open, decentralized market. There are multiple platforms that can offer this, but the OTC realm is more for large purchases or sales and is more commonly used by institutional buyers. You may have seen a physical Bitcoin ATM somewhere, where you can literally deposit cash and receive digital assets in return. These are becoming available in a growing number of cities. These ATMs are also on-ramps. In the US, we have access to custodial exchanges, such as Coinbase and Binance, which offer purchases of crypto with a debit card, a credit card, and bank wires. With a bank account connected to my Coinbase, I can move in and out of digital assets and fiat with the click of a few buttons. 3 to 5 days later, boom, the money is fully available in my account, either my blockchain-based account or my bank account. These custodial accounts, the Abras, the Coinbases, even BlockFi, are centralized finance, so you still need to pay a commission when you transfer your funds into the opposing monetary system. Another way out of crypto is to use your coins as payment. So an off-ramp, companies like Overstock, Shopify, Expedia, and a growing list of companies that accept digital assets seamlessly integrated into their payment software. There are even services that offer cryptocurrency-funded debit cards. Different users are going to have different needs when deciding how to move money between traditional financial service and decentralized ones. The ones that we just reviewed are both great on-ramps and off-ramps. Below, you will find links to some of the most popular and easily accessed on-ramps and off-ramps for US citizens who enjoy the most restricted environment when it comes to accessing blockchain-based tools. Once you've made it on the on-ramp, you're going to want to move your digital assets into a wallet, a place that safely and securely stores your assets under your unique ownership. Wallets are where we do this in the blockchain space. A blockchain wallet is a digital wallet that allows users to store and manage their digital assets, just like your current wallet, but it's integrated securely with all the online services and growing services built on the blockchain. Wallets can hold a host of digital assets that make interfacing with the growing environment of Web 3.0 or blockchain-based products and service seamless. The most convenient types of wallets are browser-based wallets, mobile wallets, and hardware wallets. Browser-based and mobile are both software wallets that can integrate with each other across devices, for instance, my phone and my personal computer. Software wallets I like to think of as great tools for day-to-day use. The most popular browser and mobile-based wallet is MetaMask. Other great options are Status and Pillar. On all of these systems, users can send and receive Ethereum-based tokens. You can also swap or exchange these tokens for other like tokens through these wallets. They also integrate with an amazing suite of growing products and services. The other type of wallet is the hardware wallet. I think of my hardware wallet as my safety deposit box. Two great options to explore for your use, if considering a hardware wallet, would be a Trezor or a Ledger. Below are links to all of the organizations that I have used and that I personally recommend. There are pros and cons to all of these different types of wallets and on-ramps, and I encourage you to continue to explore to figure out which is best for you. When making transactions from these wallets, you will be charged a gas fee. Think of that as the payment processing fee or the network fee. You can watch all the transactions taking place across the blockchain, whatever the blockchain is, via something called a blockchain explorer. You can plug the contract address in. The contract address is the smart token contract address. You can plug in wallet addresses to watch money move from account A to account B. You can add in the transaction address, which is the unique data set that contains all the information about the transaction. Now that you have a wallet, you have the foundational tool you need to access the wide and wild world of blockchain, increasing access to powerful ways to leverage the latent capital that sits stale in your meager bank accounts and those with substantially more means. Now that we've covered on-ramps and wallets, your next stop is likely to be an exchange to get some digital assets. The function of an exchange is to organize the trading of different assets, such as stocks or foreign currencies, between two or more market participants. The most popular exchanges in the US are Binance and Pro.Coinbase. Below are links to great tutorials for both of these tools. Given that these are both centralized finance custodial accounts, they also have robust training documentation and customer service that you can call. But these tools, Binance and Coinbase, they're centralized finance, which provides a layer of security, but also risk. Because these tools run counter to some of the blockchain ethos, innovators have created decentralized exchanges, or DEXs. A prominent example of a DEX is Bancor, Uniswap, 1inch. DEXs are comprised of smart contracts that hold liquidity reserves and function according to defined pricing mechanisms. Such automated liquidity protocols play a key role in the development of an independent, decentralized ecosystem without any intermediaries, like Coinbase or Binance. These DEXs are an example of DAOs. No leadership, no management, usually just a very active community of open source contributors, users, and investors. When using the exchanges, a lot of folks like to use something called stablecoins. These so-called stablecoins are based on blockchain protocols that have the principle of price stability inherently encoded and thus fulfill the function of a reserve currency. Stablecoins are used when people are trading or simply to store money in a more stable asset while markets fluctuate. The introduction of stablecoins set the foundation of the functioning of decentralized finance systems, as they enable participants to engage with each other without the underlying risk of price volatility. Stablecoins can reach a high degree of price stability by pegging a currency to other assets. For example, for each issued unit of US dollar coin, a real US dollar is held in the protocol's reserve. For more education on using exchanges, reading charts, and the such, I suggest you sign up for the newsletter and tune in to The Arcane Bear, great source of accessible information for those interested in actively trading and watching the cryptocurrency marketplace. Assets you purchase through the Onramps or the exchanges held in your wallet can then be leveraged in a growing ecosystem of powerful decentralized applications. These applications are just like the applications that you use daily, flawlessly. But these applications, these dApps, are wired with smart contracts that integrate powerfully with your wallet if granted permission by you. Some of the most popular dApps are currently under the category of DeFi, or Decentralized Finance. The primary business model of banks is to accept deposits and to give loans to clients. Borrowing and lending are the cornerstones of an efficient financial system, as holders of funds get an incentive to provide liquidity to the markets in exchange, earn a return on their otherwise unproductive latent resources, their money. The business model of investment banks usually involves advisory of financial transactions, also the creation of trading of complex financial instruments, or the management of assets. Decentralized finance protocols, DeFi protocols, these smart contracts, enable for the first time to borrow or lend money on a large scale between unknown individuals without any intermediaries. These DeFi applications bring lenders and borrowers together and set interest rates automatically in accordance with supply and demand as dictated by the smart contract. Moreover, DeFi protocols are truly inclusive, as anyone can interact with them anywhere at any time from any location and at any amount. Furthermore, the rates are typically much more competitive than banks because these protocols don't have so much overhead, certifying bodies, or other trappings of business operations that we have come to know. DeFi protocols are already offering similar products of all the banking tricks and tools of personal, commercial, and investment banks. Now that you are your own bank with your blockchain-based wallet, you can enjoy easy integration with a growing suite of financial tools, such as investing in hedge funds, making loans with your checking account, earning daily interest, leveraging your digital assets passively and productively to power a more circular, sustainable, resilient economy. DeFi is the movement towards digital financial instruments that don't rely on centralized authorities like banks, but instead use smart contracts on blockchains. Right now, the most robust ecosystems with the most tested tools and largest user bases exist on the Ethereum blockchain. Via dApps like Xerion, Aave, DHedge, and many, many others, financial services that were previously unavailable to non-accredited investors are now a few clicks away. All these dApps are accessible through blockchain-based wallets. DHedge is a decentralized hedge fund. Aave is an open source and non-custodial liquidity protocol for earning interest on deposits and borrowing digital assets. Xerion is a one-stop interface for most other DeFi tools. It integrates many of the services of DHedge and Aave, but in a simple, user-friendly interface. More information on all of these powerful services that I currently use can be found below. Through dApps, you will have the option to enter into pools, staking. Staking pools allow multiple stakeholders to combine their computational resources, these digital assets, as a way to increase their chances of being rewarded for the network processing. In other words, they unite their staking power in the process of verifying and validating new blocks, so they have a higher probability of earning the block rewards. By staking some tokens, which is essentially putting your digital assets in an escrow account managed by a smart contract, you can participate in a myriad of passive earning opportunities that support the blockchain ecosystem: market making, payment processing, and hardware-less mining. By staking, you can earn a fraction of a percent of each payment that is made on the platform you're staking your tokens to. This is a simple, low-fidelity explanation of what's really going on. An emerging trend in the blockchain space is NFTs, non-fungible tokens, digital collectibles. Anything that you can collect, that you have, could be an NFT. It would simply be the unique digital copy of that one thing. People collect stamps, baseball cards, albums, art, gaming skins, purses, shoes, and all of these things can and probably already have been sold as NFTs. The NBA has ran some exciting experiments with NFTs. Individual sports stars have ran exciting experiments with NFTs, selling unique digital items. Artists are selling items left and right, beautiful pieces of digital art. Sometimes not so beautiful. Musicians are selling unique albums and bits of their music online, or tickets to their virtual concerts. dApps such as Foundation, OpenSea, and Rarible make interfacing with the growing ecosystem of NFTs as easy and intuitive as using any other well-designed internet service. So now you've got your digital collectible. So what? What can you do with it? Well, there are a growing number of tools and ways that folks are integrating their digital collectible into their virtual lives. One is through galleries. People like Mark Cuban have created lazy.com, which will enable any individual to host their unique NFT gallery on their site. Another exciting use case of how people around the world are using their digital collectibles is on Decentraland, which is like SimCity meets Second Life, but in your VR future where everything is integrated, so you can go to the casino, you can go to concerts, you can take a walk around neighborhoods, you can own land, you can buy specific clothes for your avatar in that land, you can buy real estate, you can buy buildings. It's a really immersive, amazing experience. I highly recommend checking out Decentraland, Lazy, Foundation, OpenSea, and exploring the wacky, wild, exciting world of NFTs. Who knows? Some of these digital, unique collectibles might just catch on and become implemented in a more normative setting. Imagine important documents that you would only want one of that were secured and permissioned by you and or the direct involved stakeholders. For instance, the title to your car, the title to your home. dApps of the DeFi variety, of the NFT variety, are emerging and creating amazing ways to use your blockchain-based assets to participate in and benefit from participating in the blockchain space. Another way is to participate in equity-type opportunities. Equity in previously inaccessible assets. So to own perhaps a portion of a car, or a company, an oil rig, or real estate, this is all possible with tokenization, and thousands of companies around the world have been and are currently crowdfunding and investing in and benefiting from shared ownership of lucrative assets. Your ownership share may be represented by a token, and in many cases, the holders of that token reap multiple benefits, the token including dividend-type payments for the asset's profit generation. Other tokens might be swept into charitable causes. Other tokens are burnt, removing them from circulation to create more value for the token holders through mechanisms of scarcity. For the first time in documented history, a transformational system is developing without intermediaries at a global scale, enabling individuals to access the levers of institutional industry at a human scale, sustainably incentivized. Today, the smart contracts, dApps, and DeFi applications, they're not operating at scale. Many billions are invested, but not the trillions that are all too often today. DeFi, dApps, and smart contracts have expanded access, reduced friction, and created real impacts, and they're growing their user bases daily. As these products and services grow, their resources get reinvested in the ecosystem to develop more competitive and user-friendly applications. These products and services, powered by smart contracts, run on public permissionless blockchains, are democratizing who benefits from the financial and informational technology systems of today and tomorrow. Capital that is currently pouring into the space in the mushrooming user base, my conviction is growing daily that we are witnessing a more resilient, sustainably incentivized financial system built before our very eyes, built on top of blockchains.